Any advice that you have for the sales team, sales folks out there? So many sales enablement folks would listen to our podcast. Many sales members would actually listen to our podcast, right? Be it SDRs, AEs, right? So any advice, piece of advice we have, especially in today's time where they are fearing things from AI and automation. Few things you of course said, you mentioned about the human touch being very important, right? Especially in those larger deals. I mean, nobody will take AI for granted on those larger deals. But apart from that, any good advice?
Like, I could count a million advices here, but I think I should stick to the same vision of the human experience. Um,
Yeah.
like, I personally think that the sell me this pen sales approach, where
Mhm,
you're just focused on getting that signature and nothing else, in any
mhm,
means possible,
mhm,
has started to lose traction with many deals, because
mhm,
customers or buyers today are very smart and they
mhm,
know the space. A simple Google search or a chat GPT question could answer a lot of the questions that the sales rep in that call wouldn't have answered. So the information asymmetry between the seller and the buyer is changing. So to make sure you earn the trust of of the buyer as a salesperson,
mhm,
one, of course, you have to know your shit. You have to know your product. You have to know your space.
mhm,
Um, and second, like, you have to be transparent, because now everyone can smell bullshit from a mile away. The best
mhm,
sales
yeah,
process that we run are ones where we are very clear on what the product
mhm,
does, what it doesn't do, what the limits are. Uh, because we try not to oversell, or we not try not to exaggerate, because anything that we do becomes very visible in the onboarding phase,
mhm,
which
mhm,
triggers that break clauses in their contracts, that they want their money back, or they're not happy
mhm,
with the
mhm,
purchase they made. So we are constantly investing in that relationship, in that experience, and that's helped us stand out, because we really know
yeah,
that we no longer can differentiate with our product. Of course we can, but it's a short-term win, because any competitor could actually build whatever you think is a huge win in a couple of months.
mhm,
So
mhm,
we're trying to build long-lasting, meaningful, transparent relationships. We're
mhm,
not afraid to be vulnerable when we're speaking to our clients, and we've seen this work a lot. So as a sales motion, as a sales strategy, vulnerability, transparency, and like being open to build trust, I think would be the name of the game moving forward. Now everybody else is oversaturated.